Shalom. First off, I want to start by giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, and Bahashem Harakal Kadash. Double honors goes to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and the sincere shalom goes to the elect Akim out here pushing this truth in all four corners in truth and in sincerity. Hey, let's get in the spirit. Today, April 22nd, and is named so-called Earth Day, and how beautiful this Earth is, and let's just go from the top, man. Hey, the Earth is sitting up here is falling apart because of our rulers, aka Esau, the wicked man. He the one that's ruling, the one that's, first of all, he not a good ruler. Like the scriptures say, when the righteous is in authority, we all rejoice, but when the wicked is ruling, we all mourn. And that's how he is, man, right now. Right now, and been for a very long time. People sitting up here don't know how they gonna how they gonna pay their damn rent. People don't know how much gas gonna be tomorrow. It's $4 and some change today. Tomorrow it might be $6. You know, we already the doors opening up for World War III. A lot of people not paying attention to what's going on in the world, but you know, the Lord choosing his watchmen to sit up here and watch what's going on. People just looking at local news, man. People just looking at local news, like what's going on in here. Kids sitting up here stomping people out at the malls and this and that, man. When you got, I mean, that's real shit that's going on, but you got these things going on in the Straits of Hormuz. That Navy ship shot that Iranian ship down. How many people gonna know that? How many people know that Iran said they not going to that meeting, that peace meeting with Trump? How many people know that in the Straits of Hormuz that the United States had basically blocked that Chinese ship from going through? So a lot of shit is going on right in front of your eyes, and you ain't paying attention to. But that's never here nor there. That's just something to start this video off with. I'm going a whole total different direction because our people, the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, they got a problem with looking at knowing their history. They got a problem with keep hearing about slavery. They got a problem with wanting to be on top. They got a problem with they just content with being in the state they in, being in the bottom, on the bottom, man. They just content with it. And with that being said, like they happy with how Esau doing them and been doing them forever. Look how Christopher Columbus came over here and snaked the Native Americans, man. Look how just in South Baltimore is the oldest African American is the oldest Israelite neighborhood down there, and it was bigger than what it is now. But they came through. They wanted to make a highway in eminent domain. They set up there and took their houses from them and moved them out. Gave them a little bit of money. Next thing you know, they moved them Edomites down there, and these houses are going for now hundreds of thousands to $1 million. But that's not what I was going with. I just found out today that I always felt real leery about this area I was in, is the Bel Air Road at Bel Air Edison the Bel Air Edison area is in the 4x4 area, and it's a big cemetery up there that's shut down. Well, it's not shut down. It's highly secured or whatever. And I knew that it had to have been some kind of Edomite cemetery, you know. Is it a Jewish cemetery? I thought that cemetery said the Hebrew cemetery. I'm gonna look it up. Because this might not be the proper one. I believe that was a Hebrew cemetery. Nah. This ain't it. This not the particular one that I'm looking for. Well, let's see. Jewish. Let's see about the Jewish. That might be it. Is that it? No, that's not. This is it. I think that's the one up the street. But anyway, to make a long story short, this is a Jewish cemetery that's on Bel Air Road that's still going to this day. I don't know if this is the exact one, but it's one right there in the 4x4 area in the Bel Air Road, the Bel Air Edison area. That's still going on today. Let me see if I can, cause it did earlier. I believe I had the history of it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. What's the history of the Baltimore Hebrew congregation? The original name was Nachish Yasharo, translated in Hebrew as scattered Israel. I guess they the lost tribes, right? The synagogue was founded in 1830 in the first 15 years of existence. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted the daggone cemetery. But to make a long story short, is a Hebrew cemetery right across, because I'm babbling. I feel like I'm babbling right now. There's a Hebrew cemetery right across the street from a shopping mall over in the Bel Air Road area. You got I believe it was a buy right, shop right or something there. You got a Farm and Mills. You got a whole bunch of stuff, but I never, my spirit going through there, it always felt kind of eerie or whatever. Then I'll come through there because I start off at work early in the morning. It would always be fog and all that stuff coming up through there. The whole time I finds out that the land that the store's built on is it was an old cemetery where Jake got. They sit up there, and one side was for the so-called Hebrews, You know that they was probably the Edomites or whatever. They set up there and kept that up and brought the side where Jake was at and turned that to a damn shopping mall where they didn't even they turned it to a shopping mall where they didn't even basically take the Jake out of there. They buried over top of him. Now let's damn, what was the name of that Laurel Cemetery? The name of it was the Laurel Cemetery in Baltimore, and I didn't think it was true, so I did my due diligence. I know I'm rambling or whatever, but it says the Laurel Cemetery was a former African American. You know that's nothing, but a former Jake Cemetery in Baltimore, Maryland, for over 100 years. The cemetery became the final resting place of thousands of citizens in Maryland. Maryland's African American community. After falling into disrepair, the cemetery land was purchased by developers, and a shopping center was built over top. Now let's go into the history because it's not that much, so I'm gonna read it. It said in 1851, the land was purchased by Thomas Bergen Jr., used for a cemetery. The Laurel Cemetery was incorporated shortly thereafter as the first non-denominational cemetery for all blacks in Baltimore. By 1881, the cemetery covered 28 acres. So 28 acres is a real large space for a cemetery. But the parking lot is a huge parking lot. It's a huge parking lot, and the stores were kind of big, but that was a goddamn ghost town. Go figure. That year, the cemetery was badly damaged when a cyclone hit Baltimore during the 1881 Atlantic hurricane season. Through the 1800s, the cemetery was the site of a series of notable grave robbing incidents conducted by the several of the cemetery grave diggers. So that's letting you know, back in them times, as they was robbing graves or whatever, that let you know around them times, Jake was doing pretty good, you know. If they was robbing the graves, they wasn't robbing them goddamn Hebrew graves right across the street where they got a big ass wall and iron bars. By the 1920s, the cemetery began to fall into disrepair. In 1958, the site was purchased by a developer, despite objects from the community. When the developers bought the site, the remains of the cemetery residents were to be moved. That's just like Esau set up here, make these deals or whatever, and renege on them, these treaties and deals, and renege on them. Later, researchers found that the developers largely did not comply with the requirements to relocate the remains. It's estimated that the remains of between 18,000 and 40,000 interments of the Laurel Cemetery remain under the Bel Air Edison Cross and Shopping Center that now occupies the site. Even though those bodies are, it ain't nothing but remains, but you ain't have enough respect to dig them up. You just buried over top of it. You just shitted on Jake. You buried over top of it. Built them shopping centers where Jake sitting up there was utilizing the shop. Well, it was probably Esau at that time, because that Bel Air Edison area back in the early 50s was probably predominantly Edomites. They ran them out of there. Then Jake was in there. Now the same Jakes you buried over top of probably some of those some of the descendants of them people, and you had them in there shopping in them damn stores or whatever. Now y'all, I don't know if they're gonna take it back, but that shit like a ghost town. Continuing on in 2014, I ain't going into all that, but like I said, man, hey. That shit was wicked. They ain't got no remorse, not no remorse. But I mean, that's just like Esau, man. Like I said, is Earth Day, man. Job 9:24, man. Let's get to it. I believe I already had put that to the side, man. Nah, I didn't. But let's get it. This got to come out, man. It got to come out, man. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked, man. We already know who the wicked is, man, and who run the earth. I started it out talking about who run the earth, man, and the world is given to him, man. The world is given to him. Why? The world is given to him because that's his blessing, man. That's the blessing that Esau have, and he ain't gonna have it for so long because he ain't no righteous ruler, man. His time is up, man. Esau so goddamn wicked, man. He wanna wipe out the Israelite. He wiping himself out in the same sense. Not in the same sense, but he wiping himself out too because he's so goddamn wicked. He just don't care. He just don't care, man. And it does. How can something be productive when you just out here just so hateful? You just so hateful that you just want to destroy everything, and you ain't even think about yourself. You ain't thinking about yourself. You ain't thinking about your lineage. That's because Esau know his time is up, man. They ain't reproducing like they used to. We all know that in their nature they really don't even like women. They only do it to reproduce, but they ain't even doing that no more, man. They just sitting up here clucking and everything. Yeah, man, Esau, you done, man. You done. And it's all for the good though, man. It's all for the good because you just set up here and all these atrocities you set up here and did to Jake, man. You just hated your brother from the beginning. You just hated your brother from the beginning, man. And it's all scriptural, you know. That's how it was, man. Two nations was fighting inside the womb, man. Slightly paraphrasing, when the older shall serve the younger, man, and that's what's gonna happen, man. Esau, your time is up. You gonna serve the younger for not just for all you did, but you. That's just how the Lord wrote it up in his movie, man. But he was setting up here. Our people just. I sound like I'm bumbling over my words and all that, but that's just how it's coming out, man. That's just how it's coming out. Salakia, if you don't, if you got a problem with it, but hey, that's how the Lord got it for me to come out, man. Esau just so smooth with his mouth, man. Let's get to it. This Psalms 55. Psalms 55. 55 and 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. And that's all the time, man. Since the beginning of time, the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, man. The same way when he came over here and snatched United States away from, well, let's just say snatched America away from the Native Americans. The same way how when you sitting up in that car dealer trying to get you a car, he sitting up here telling you that it's gonna be all right when he hitting you with this crazy interest, and just telling you sign here and sign there, sign here and sign there. It's only going to be this much, but you caught up in a 84-month payment when you paying quadruple what the car worth. The same way how you sit up here and get you in a lease for an apartment and tell you sign here and sign there, but you don't know you gotta pay water bill. You don't know you gotta pay a cleaning fee for the landscaping, the cutting the grass. The same way he don't tell you about how you gotta get renter's insurance and all that stuff in the contract. But that's up to that's on you, Jake, because like they said, you put anything in writing on a book, a nigga ain't gonna read it. You setting up here trusting your enemy, man. His words of his mouth was smoother than butter, but war was in his heart, man. He want to take you out. He want to break up your family. He just want to do whatever possible for him to stay over top of you, man. That's Esau. That's the man you trust. That's your so-called pastor. That's your so-called boss, man. You ain't got no fucking boss. The real boss is Yahweh Bashem, Yahweh Shah. Sitting up here. He wants your wife. He want everything. Everything he can do, he gonna do to you to break you, man. His words were softer than oil, yet they were drawn swords. And that's a perfect scripture for our commander in chief. He sit up there talked all them smooth words or whatever, but shit's starting to heat up, and he really showing you his true colors, man. That's the king of the Edomites right now, man. He's the perfect example. But I mean, hey, I don't have a problem with him because he's the one that's helping this last prophecy be fulfilled. For Yahweh can sound that alarm for our big brother to come back, man, and we that much closer. We closer to getting out of here. Sooner than we think. We that much closer to getting up out of here, man. But it's gonna be some chaos. Shit gonna be hard, man. It's gonna be a lot of famine and despair. Shit gonna be chaotic. Shit already bad with the gas. You see people looting and all that shit. It's gonna be on a much worse level than what we see, man. You just gotta pray the Lord keep the spirit on you. Just remain diligent, vigilant, and for the Lord to still have his protection over you, man. I know this was kind of untraditional, but hopefully some edification came out of this. I'm gonna end it on that note. Shalom.